10-day silent meditation retreat, I thought, oh, I could never shut up for 10 days. And I signed up the next day. Just the thought of leaving the city, my friends, email, cell phone, Facebook, was absolutely terrifying. I went to Illinois Vipassana Center, surprisingly free of charge, in Pecatonica to prove I was in control. I could quiet myself. During this time, there was no talking, no exercising, no computer, no television, no reading, no writing, no music, no religion, no meat, no booze, no sex, no drugs, no touching, not even yourself, and not even eye contact. The gong sounded at 4 a.m., and by 4:30 I was meditating. Breakfast, more meditating. A walk, meditating. Lunch, meditating. Tea and fruit for dinner. A discourse in the hall, more riveting than any film I'd ever seen. Meditating. I was assigned to a blue pad on the floor that looked like a dog bed. The gong sounded. I was like a kindergartner who believed her mommy would never return. I wept silent tears. For 11 hours a day, we practiced Vipassana meditation techniques. The first 3 days, all I could do was focus on the breath as it moved in and out of my nostrils. The room was quiet. My mind was not. Monkey mind is a Buddhist term, referring to that novice, untrained mind that is unsettled and restless, whimsical and confused. Most of all, completely uncontrollable. Hey, Jewel, don't you want this cheeseburger? This tofu sucks. Oh my God, look at that hot guy over there. His posture is so zen. I needed to focus big time. And then I found it deep in my former English teacher's mind, William Shakespeare, Hamlet. I had so much of it memorized. I could dissect themes of Hamlet for hours. Give thy thoughts no tongue. I appeared to be meditating, and I was still on topic. Outside the meditation hall, I diverted my attention to a wee tiny chipmunk who lived outside the window next to my bunk. I named him Wilson because I finally understood what Tom Hanks was doing with that volleyball in Castaway. When I finally quieted the monkey mind, a new challenge arose. For me, the horse mind was all the bucking, biting, deep stuff. To get to the saddle-up point, it required zero expectations and the patience of a cowboy. People would ask me later, wasn't it relaxing? No. It was uncomfortable and painful to sit for that long even. And I worked 11 hours a day to get that saddle just 1 inch closer to the horse's back. But on about the 7th day, I began to feel lighter. I never realized it at home. But the cell phone, the laptop, a wallet, even apartment keys, these things all weighed me down in ways that I never noticed before. They're just so deeply ingrained in our lives. My senses heightened. My sense of sight, smell, they grew sensitive enough to make me believe I was turning into some sort of X-Men mutant. I came to believe, though, I think it's what we all have underneath what the noise and everything else we hear outside. I could hear the wind rustle through the feathers on geese wings flying overhead, the blades of grass covered in the first frost under the moonlight, and far off in the field, I heard the barn cat stalk a shrew, attack, and then silence. We worry about so much in our lives. Our jobs, our health, our bank accounts, our love lives. Underneath the stress and everything we're trying to be and achieve, there's peace. Yes, in all of you too. And it's not just for gurus. Prisoners in the Deep South are being taught Vipassana meditation for rehabilitation. One prisoner reported it was harder than 8.5 years on death row. But my biggest fear was not knowing myself. My life's changed dramatically since last fall. I have a new job. I'm an events producer for a storytelling consulting firm, and I've also started producing a new show, Story Sessions, that brings people together through stories. I perform much more myself, as you can see, sharing my experiences in my search to live fully, delighting in my permission to speak. My friends and I even collaborate every month with a feedback group, Friends with Words. We help and support each other in finding our true voices. I won't stand here and tell you I found enlightenment or that I know best for you to find your joy, but I can tell you this. My horse mind and I, we work together now most of the time. And all it took for me to get ahead was to slow down. Thank you.